noticed was the most expensive performance. Home. Lunch. Yichen took out the beast leg of the white shadow wolf, Ni Hong Fong and Zhou. Sure stunned. The flesh of exotic beasts was very precious, especially that of the white shadow wolf, which was often priceless and hard to come by. For explaining for a long time, the two finally believed that Yichen had obtained legal means. Brother, I didn't expect your martial arts talent to be so high, Zhou Sure said, happily eating the exotic beast meat. Of course, my nephew. Definitely chase after. It's normal to have good talent, Ni Hong Fong said proudly, handing a piece of meat to Yichen's plate. Enjoy it. Strive to increase your vitality. Checked out martial arts schools today. Bloodburst Martial Arts School, Red Moon Martial Arts School, and Blue Dream Martial Arts School. Which of these three schools do you like? I can enroll you. Probably get in 5 months. If your vitality doesn't increase, you won't even be able to get into a junior college. Upon hearing this, Yichen was about to refuse. Zhou Sure asked in surprise, is there still money at home? Didn't Dad spend all expenses? Does the funds still need to be transferred? When I called yesterday, I heard him coughing badly.
Yes.
Is that...
Alize, Alphino's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled Chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Seemed unconcerned, continuing to eat as she said, "It's fine, it's just his. Old problem, nothing serious. You little rascal, hurry up and choose. Your uncle has been talking about this for a long time. If he hadn't been unable to return, he would have found one for you already." Upon hearing this, Joe Churcher seemed to understand something and fell silent. Ichit took a deep breath and said, "And there's no need to find me a martial arts school. My My vitality has reached 50, and my combat power is also close to that of a martial artist. Once I become a martial artist, I'll go to the wilderness to hunt exotic beasts and earn money to treat my uncle's illness. You little rascal, what nonsense are you talking about? Yi Hongfang touched his forehead, puzzled. You're not running a fever. Yi Chen felt helpless and didn't say much more. Instead, he became even more determined to become a martial artist. After returning to his room, Yi Chen thought about the conversation during lunch and couldn't help but sigh. Although his uncle was a soldier in the Beast Suppression Army, he wasn't a frontline fighter or logistics personnel, so his strength wasn't very impressive. Strictly speaking, he might not even be a match for Yi Chen in his current state, because of his lack of strength despite the victories. Despite the various generous benefits and policies of the Beast Suppression Army, it was still difficult for his uncle to save up much money. His uncle's illness was a lingering ailment, an injury inflicted by an exotic beast many years ago, making it hard to cure. Usually, he relied on buying medicine every month to alleviate the pain. Fortunately, he was now just one step away from becoming a martial artist, as long as he reached that would change his current situation. In the afternoon, Yi Chen rushed to the slaughterhouse as quickly as possible. If all went well, today would be the day he achieved the title of Chicken Slayer and also broke through to become a martial artist. However, as soon as he arrived at the slaughterhouse, his brows furrowed. The slaughterhouse had lost power again. Yi Chen frowned as he watched the workers shake their heads and leave, and not far away, Manager Bai was red-faced with anger. He grabbed someone. Hey, what happened? Sigh, what else? Could it be? It's that troublemaker Zhang Yang again, deliberately messing with the power switch during a fight with Manager Bai. Zhang Yang? Yi Chen frowned slightly, a scarred face flashing in his mind. Zhang Yang was the guy who had caused trouble before. He had heard about him in recent days. It seemed he was pursuing Manager Bai's daughter, but Manager Bai's daughter had just started high school, so how could Manager Bai possibly agree? He refused, and then Zhang Yang joined the slaughterhouse to deliberately cause trouble for Manager Bai. Since Zhang Yang was a respected artist, Bai was furious but couldn't do anything about it. Workers sighed and left one. After another, Yi Chen looked at the workers' site instantly. He fixed today, so he could only leave. In the following days, the slaughterhouse remained without power, making Yi Chen even consider buying chickens to kill himself. However, after costs, he found it a bit too expensive. The idea. Moreover, there wasn't a suitable place, and it would be difficult to handle the aftermath. Finally, 2 days later, the slaughterhouse restored power and could start working again. At the same time, there were only 2 days left until the registration deadline for the martial arts exam. Time was tight. Yi Chen struggled. In the chicken slaughtering area, finally heard a light chime. Chicken Slayer, progress, achievement completed, game 10. Achievement points, and full opportunity for a physical enhancement. Would you like to use it now? Yi Chen pondered for a moment and didn't rush to use it. After completing the Chicken Slayer achievement, one of the 3 achievement slots became available for refresh. During this time, Yi Chen had also made the achievement system to some extent. Ordinary achievements, like Chicken Slayer and Virtue overcomes all. Live slots only after completing one refresh. As for hidden achievements, there was no limit but whether they could be activated entirely unlocked to almost half a month for him, and the only time he had activated an achievement was during his visit to the thunderous martial arts hall when he coincidentally triggered the high return rate achievement. Yi Chen pressed refresh. Instantly, the empty slot flickered with the achievement. Progress 0. Tentative the achievement is the achievement. HM built a slight. Joy in his heart. Work for this achievement was quite substantial. Speaking of achievement, an achievement. This achievement. This time, right many targets. Increasing 50, 60, 70. His vitality state. Agent was taken over, looking at the remaining achievements. The vitality should change, still stuck in that. Some warrior, unable to progress. Agent was astonished that the situation exceeded his expectations. But immediately would come up. Searching quickly found the reason. It turned out that the human body was unable to be among stimulating the body's potential for slowly increased. The genetic blood of a special substance containing life information is needed. Beast essence blood. Beast essence blood refers to a harmless essence extracted from a large amount of blood from exotic beasts for special means. Ordinary beast blood is too violent for a martial artist's body to withstand. The beast essence blood can be absorbed smoothly. However, extracting beast essence blood requires special pharmacists, which is quite expensive. Thus, beast essence blood is costly. Each unchecked and immediately gasped. The cheapest beast essence bloodstones. It's for first level beasts, all provided to a rank of martial artists. Some top tier first level beasts, like White Shadow Wolf, usually cost 5 to 6 level guns. What a hassle. Each head was spinning. Generally good. Looking to a martial artist, he could rely on the 50,000 martial artist. Association to pay registration fee for martial science course. Registration fee, he needed a large sum of money. To break to a martial artist, he frowned and pondered for a moment. In this situation, he could only head to the wilderness. Wilderness is fraught with danger.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The Knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the Primal without us.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th. which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the Source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes.
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here. Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alice and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alice, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Yo, how's it going? Still your panties? It's been a rough week for me. My dog's split his nail and needs to go to bed tomorrow. I almost have my Hasn't finished. I just need to install the. That sucks to hear. So I'm sorry to hear that about your dog. But it's good that you're almost finished with your renovations of the bathroom. Me, I'm doing okay. Can't really complain. Just streaming every day. Still looking for work. Not really going all that great. Although I haven't seen him in years, but recently, just today, or I think last night. I can't remember if it's today or last night. But my dad passed away, so I'm doing okay right now. We were, even though he did pass away, we were never really close. I never really thought of being close, but same old day. Thank you. But yeah, having a little bit of time to relax is good. You need to relax just as much as you work. Right now, I'm mainly doing the relaxing part right now because I haven't found any work yet. Many moons since our last week together. Best time was right here. Okay, so there's some not a big thing of dialogue. There's some dialogue because it's already started. I remember this clothes. I think this is the clothes she wears up until she wears the same outfit until Dawn Trail, I think, or is it Endwalk? I don't remember, but yeah, it is the outfit that I have more memory of her wearing. It's so funny to see these two together in the same spot, from moving from one face to another face. Because you look at them and it's like, oh, because they're both good looking, but one's cuter than the other. So you see Alisaie's face and you're like, oh wow, that's pretty, and then you see Alphino's face and you're like, okay, that's good, but Alisaie's still the prettier one. But it's funny how they look so much alike, except one's prettier than the other. Razor 12, she didn't have mother and father or she close. That girl yours. And
yes.
She was not my. We can have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light. Honestly, I'm okay with it. I myself got a little ponytail. I always put my hair up in a ponytail when I'm streaming and stuff like that. So I'm okay with it. But I feel like when it comes to Alice, I feel like her hair being downward would look better. Not in a ponytail, but like just drop down. It has to do with how much hair isn't in the ponytail. Like talk about how the more in the front side it's short and it can't like be put. It can't be in a ponytail, and only like the back half is in the ponytail. I guess yeah, it is a bit weird, but you know, being a video game style, being like a anime style kind of thing, it works. It's like they have a mullet and they put it in a point. Wait, aren't mullets? Oh yeah, okay. So if I remember it correct, because I haven't seen a mullet in a while, is mullets when the low half, the bottom half right here is short and the top right here is long? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's supposed to somewhat be like the design. It's somewhat. Oh shit! I didn't even read what she just said. I think it does look a bit like a Molotov. Then if the half front is supposed to be short, but I think it looks better than a Molotov. Molotov. I say Molotov. Mullet. It looks better than a mullet. Oh damn! I just burped, and I can taste. I can taste the noodles that I ate. I hate when it happens. Every time that happens, I feel like my breath starts to smell. Okay, the Wakened Sands. See, I wanted to like complete all of the raids before I got back into the main scenario, but waiting to get a party for raids is so long that after like 2 days of trying to complete the raids, I was like, you know what, screw it. I want to get back into the story, play the story, because it just wasn't it just was taking so long. I just finished I just finished the Alexander today, and I still have to do Calls of Bahamut, and I still have to do the whichever one this is called. I can't remember what this particular one raid is called, but that one I still have to do those, and it's such a pain in the ass getting parties for those. Second is easier said than done, of course. Well, we were unfortunate enough to learn of the Ixold's plan before they came to fruition. I should be surprised if the Warrior of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs somewhere elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Now, worthwhile to come hither, for this very day I did receive tidings most troubling from across the know something. And your whispers the Lord of Crag. It is return. Always are the we must turn the truth again. Let us consult with the I don't know, she just come straight out and be like, why the hell are you consorting with them? Are you betraying the Scions? Ooh, what quest does he have here? Ooh, he's got a few. I'll grab those at another time. But those might be the savage fights for the primals. So I saw the promotional trailer for 7.3, and honestly, because usually I would be excited for each patch, even though I haven't played the last two patches. normally when I see like the patches, trailers and stuff like that, I'll be excited, wondering what the story is and stuff like that. But now it's like, I'm not as excited as I usually would be for new patches. It seems interesting, but it's not like, damn, I wish I could play it, stuff like that. And I understand that Dawn Trail is supposed to be the new beginning of the beginning of a brand new adventure, brand new story, brand new plots and stuff like that. But I feel like the story isn't. Though of course it wouldn't be as exciting as all the other stories that came before it, because it's starting up a whole new stuff. But still, I really wish I could feel more excited for these patches. This patch that I just showed. Oh. Okay, that's not over there. It's supposed to be somewhere in the camp, right? Um. Is it up top? Let's look up top. Might be up top. Oh, I can't walk up that. Okay. The hell is this? I don't see no cobalt. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Hmm. Oh, she's about to go down. Hmm? Okay, it's supposed to be a child, right? Kobold Ling. So it is a child. Gobble. No way, that's Gobble. Gobble. Yeah, I forgot I muted the mic just now. But as what I said before is the chat window that I had to keep track of any chat messages that come in. It's having problems right now. It logged out, and I'm trying to log back into it, but it doesn't want to log back in. So I gotta pay attention to any chat that shows up on the little chat window that's on the corner right here. I gotta keep an eye on it, make sure I see it, because if I miss any chat from there, it won't show up on. I won't know if anybody sent a chat because it won't show up on the little chat window here. The only way to fix that is to close down OBS and then reopen it back up. And that means I'm gonna have to end the stream and then start the stream back up, and that's such a pain. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something to eat. Okay, so from what I've seen, there's actually nothing to eat. So I have to actually make something to eat. So after, if I can, well, except for these two, but I'm talking about actual thing to eat. So what I'm gonna do is I want to hope that I'm gonna get this this fight completed fast. And once I get it complete, I'm gonna take a couple of minutes to go make some, fry some eggs, and then I'll continue to continue. I'm not gonna end the stream. I'm gonna keep the stream running, but I'm gonna go take 5 minutes to go make some eggs to eat. So, I'm gonna snack on this for now, but after this fight that I'm waiting for, I'm gonna make some eggs to eat. So that's the plan.
Is all. This was also the reason so quick and why you couldn't pull back. So martial artist unconscious. In a life and death struggle, every fleeting moment counted, leaving no hope for mercy. Thinking of this, Legion cast a slightly glance at his martial artist. The lines formed a pattern of a strange beast. This was the martial pattern. After using the blood of a strange beast to break the martial artist, condense attachment to that strange beast.
I love the way it smells when you peel oranges or tangerines. I love that smell.
This martial artist martial pattern provided about 20 combat power, which allowed it
Oof.
around 100 right and breaking martial strange beast blood fighting the body. Yi Chen's eyes wondering what level of strength he would reach after experiencing these enhancements. The blood range as a martial artist.
I have a cut on my finger. I don't know how I got that cut on my finger. It's not gonna show up on the stream now. It's on the camera because this camera is pretty trash. But I've got a cut and peeling this. Oh my gosh, it burns because I think it's citrus. I think that's what it's called. That's on the skin. When you squeeze it, it gives off that weird smell or that weird kind of thing. I don't know what it's called, but that thing, oof, it burns the wound.
Yi was naturally aware of all this. At this moment, he looked at the additional 28,000 in his savings, and the smile was almost crooked. With 28,000 plus the 7,000 he had saved before, in total exactly 300,000. Although it wasn't a huge amount for an ordinary high school student, it's definitely a fortune. They say martial artists make money quickly, but just a quasi-martial artist, and it's this easy. Yi Chen.
I think I saw a tweet or something that said the only thing more embarrassing than finding out your kid being a web was finding out that they failed making it home. And
They complained because my luggage was over 2 pounds. I would have stared too. I've never seen a seatbelt extender never in my life before. Like, why is this not a wake-up call for her?
if I know that I wanted to relax the same destination, like, what? It's a awful box. But he's a 10 out of 10, but he's a hardcore Christian man. What is he now? 0. Say 0. fire. Okay, it's well, actually, something new. First aid and air conversion, disrespect. See, that's
Little bit too far. It's past duration, mental health, therapy, stigmatized, and so far to the other side. Only what I say. Typically, liberal logic. Legal speech. Why did they come? Why did they come? Question.
This is social construct.
You're in college. What? Not a trick. Why did they come in? For the question. Answer the question. Your science teacher was like, what might you do? This was response. Something that identified as correct, but what about they're not really hope? There's commitment rather than and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Why? Tell me what a man is.
What's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that have X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as
The science.
when we sex and identity they are completely different. Exactly what you're born with. The sex reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with.
Well, I don't expect that distinction. Just it's making it up.
My teacher in 1990 told me that by the year of 2020, we'll be flying Mars. Meanwhile, 2023, what is going on? So we all can say, Jesus Christ on a motorbike.
I don't care. I just gotta get this up though. Jimmy, hey baby. My God, you are so beautiful.
Aw, thanks. Somebody appreciates me.
Oh, Jimmy. She is one lucky girl. Thank you, Jimmy. Jesus, man, excuse me. No one in this subway part has the courage, but we're all smelling an aroma. Are you wearing underwear right now? Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Can you get off?
Bro elected himself as the Speaker of the House and spoke for all the people on the train. And as the professor of medicine, I know exactly what he's talking about. This young lady suffers from vaginosis. By definition, it means bad breath with the vagina. Meaning, she had back-to-back multiple partners. This is what causes the fishy stent. Here's an example. There's no better feeling than showing up to a frat party and you already know you're about to get all your holes obliterated. The second I step foot in that door, I start tingling down there because I've shown a few minutes, I'm being bent over on the bed, slightly unconscious, getting my holes stuffed by guys type of girl that will say body count does not matter.
Does that make sense? Even though you probably don't want to accept it. So what do you want?
Can't compare a future with someone's past. Like, you can change. The future you can change. Until
This is the past. By your logic, you know what? Let's just let sex offenders roam the streets. Black label them.
Well,
You know?
because I'm a because I'm so
Miss? Yeah.
because I'm trying to think what is this all about?
How about this? How about you go ahead and date a guy who uses something for money?
I got AIDS. Don't worry, that was in my past. This girl really just said, I'm gonna tell you I'm a hoe. You can't make this ish up.
You trying to pull out and I'm like, what? You sneeze inside of me.
What? Oh, fuck. Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm not really pregnant. I'm just trying to trap you. Fuck, I'm gonna miss you so much.
What the fuck? Lady, tell your man to grab it before you clap it, or end up like Jordan Peterson's daughter.
As a single mother, your value as a woman is less than someone who does not have kids. If you're looking for that long-term relationship, which you said you are, looking for a guy who's like at your age or older, then you'll be looking when you're looking for to bring in long-term relationship. Your kids do understand.
No, they don't.
Well, you seem to think that every woman is exactly the same, but I'm not the same kind of person as the woman you're talking about. I don't have an IQ of 100. I'm not a moron. I'm fairly attractive. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue. And what I did decide was that I would rather be by myself. My concern wasn't A, for it to be I'm gonna go find someone older, wiser, smarter, better, richer, and do that. I just figured, hey, I'll just hunker down and work. At least I'll be happier by myself.
I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a sound relationship that we found out about. How can
First of all, he shouldn't. You need to change that convinced word to manipulate. We're not gonna play those games right now. You took a vow. You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were going to love this man in sickness and through health, rich and poor. You said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times when you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say, I'm going to have those conversations. I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to reach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well. Whenever you open up your marriage to something that somebody would not consent to, if your side piece has depression or anxiety, anything like that, there's a spiritual exchange that takes place when you sleep with somebody else that you now have invited into your home. So part of the reason why your marriage is not happy is because you were lusted over it to begin with. You invited that into your marriage. You corrupted your home. The best thing for you to do, because he does have the right to leave you, the best thing that you can do, the responsible thing you can do, is either end that relationship on the side or leave that man alone. This lady spoke straight facts. People take marriage as if it's man-made. Marriage is a covenant with God and your spouse. Marriage is an image of Christ. The devil always attacks the wife because she's the weak, just as he did to Eve. Now let's listen to the Adam and Eve story. Take a look.
Okay, here's the myth. You're not gonna like it, but here's the myth. God is
understand that God prepares you as a woman to come into the life of a man, to be a helpmate, to bring value into his life, to be able to allow him and encourage him to do what God has destined for him to do. But as a woman that is unprepared, what happens is instead of allowing
Who goes there?
him to do what God has called him to do,
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Oh shit.
I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard. Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too-delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Freaking hate Orion Jeju in these parts. Okay. Before we continue any further, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to go and make something to eat because I am hungry. I will be back in, let's say, 5 minutes. Probably won't be 5 minutes, but I'll be back in a little bit. Let's do... Oh wait, is it? Damn, I forgot to... I've got to do be right back. Here we go. Okay, does it? Yep, okay, so I'll be right back. Wait, what the heck? Alright.
Not yet. This was her
I am
secret
back.
ingredient. I think you eventually can't drink it now. It's a high mileage, which
Made
was
a
89 when she passed.
Egg, fried eggs with some cheese, some pepper sauce, ketchup, mustard, on a roll. I think that's what it's called.
She always said that her punch is like the magic 8 ball, so if you give it a shake, wiener pops up, and it's good luck. Let me know which recipe you'd like to see next. Look, he didn't take a drink, okay? He's still demonetized this video.
I know because I struggled and I cried. Because I almost cried.
What the hell was that?
I cried. I almost died. Everybody's so creative. You ever ate a dish at a potluck and wondered just how it was prepared? And you eat it and it's good, but you're like, what happened in the kitchen? I'm not sure, but I'm going to try because I'm hungry. This will give you something to think about. See all that canned cheese and that pasta and butter? It's right in the sink. Because you don't have a bowl big enough. There's no other reason you would do it that way. Don't judge. You're just going to mix it up. I'm pretty sure the sink is all scrubbed out with the oil. I mean, it's stainless steel, right? All sorts of chemicals. Now, dump in all sorts of cheeses. You want to get $85 worth of cheese. And
No! On behalf of white people everywhere, I apologize for this mac and cheese.
Because you want to show off to everybody at the potluck. Put your garlic powder, your salt, loads and
That's
loads of salt
disgusting.
and garlic salt. Because cheese is not salty at all. You have to add more and more. Plus, you got to remember, whatever water was left in that sink, you got to let that all cook out. Oh, see, look. Oh, see how it looks sort of soupy? That's what you're going for.
Just get a big liquid out, don't worry.
Now dump more cheese so it can turn into this. Bubble it. See how it looks like something you put on your table at Thanksgiving?
Justified crash out. How new writers meet each other. I mean, he put it down, you put it down. It's how we say hello. First posing session ever, thinking I'm gonna be wellness. Some dudes are into women that look like this.
Ew.
Those dudes are usually into other dudes. Katy Perry has a bit of a malfunction. Y'all pay to see that? Man, I really cannot say bad about it. I learned how to do so much.
You can stand?
He works behind the desk at the tire shop. I believe.
Day 25 of our 30-day intimacy challenge, and wanted to do a little check-in. Personally, it helped me pursue Daniel
My man is checked out.
more. I just think that becoming a mom, it can be all-encompassing, and it really helped me.
Hey ladies, if you want us to just be tranquil, just at peace, perfect zen, every day.
The time I learned something new was when I learned to ride a bike. A bike.
So my kids, they talk to my dad, can we go to McDonald's today? Yeah, McDonald's my ass. Bologna sandwiches, baby. Why you don't want a bologna sandwich? You ain't getting no McDonald's. I feed y'all McDonald's every day. We eat bologna sandwiches. I don't give a fuck about it. Bologna sandwich, I'm gonna go get some milk. I hope that was a doobie.
If you're craving Dippin' Dots, you can rinse cottage cheese and freeze it for a healthy, high-protein version.
That's great. Put mine right here. Go ahead. Put mine right here.
You know, I'm okay with black people calling out this kind of food, because it doesn't matter if you're black or white. This food is garbage.
Now, we got a long ways to go, too, because some people think they're on the path, like they're really close, because they're like vegetarian and whatnot, but they're still drinking tea. They're eating coconuts. Coconuts. Connect order, negative unity time. It's a nut.
I think you got a few loose coconuts rattling around up there, buddy.
It's a tree nut. It's not a tree fruit.
Baby Griffin's first time seeing a beard.
Have you? Who am I with?
Get it away. Rosa Parks statue. Where's the bus? Where's the bus seat?
Would you still not give her a C? Is it just me or is that crazy?
So every night we see the hotel calls for now we're gonna talk because it's cheaper.
Put the crock pot away, lady. No one wants your Motel 6 pot roast. One of the best parts of vacation is going out to eat, not fucking cutting up carrots on your TV stand.
I'd hate to come into that room after her. Did someone have a freaking crock pot dinner here or something? Well, actually, yes, they did. My daughter kept making the strange noise, and we didn't know why.
Every time I think it's over, they just reach a new low. Just watch.
For real, how does 4 equal 8 but 5 equal 10 though? I've been asking this shit since I was a little girl and it get me mad every time.
You dumb.
She doesn't have kids yet. Every time
Oh no, I got a mod bod, I got a pool bod, I got a belly. Okay, put it on his forehead. Put it on his forehead. These men do not care. They are cheerful.
I can't argue with the facts.
Are you a relative?
Yes, I am.
Who's relative?
Well, Maria, I am your brother.
Oh my goodness.
You get in here too.
Oh my goodness.
That's where they kind of hit me. This is really my big sister, you know?
Are you younger or older than me?
I am your younger brother.
You are? Are you? You can say that.
There were 10 of us.
Are you joking?
You know, I would drink with my 9 other brothers and sisters.
To know that there's so more now, like, but that feeling was that's awesome.
With the facts. Oh, those ribs are so tender. Such a sharp knife, too.
It's soft, the bone tender. Brothers are really tough enough to get into the salty spittoon.
Rich people shit that I do. My name's want to ring. I say yes. When I make spaghetti or hamburger helper, I use 2 pounds.
2 pounds? What are you living in Beverly Hills?
Burger meat. Can I get an extra ranch? No, that's gonna cost more. I got it. Okay, bring me 5 more. Actually, I gotta reach my kids know more than just the value menu. I know, whatever. Still order off the value menu because I don't know the other menus. But my children, they're wrong. I need gas. I fill my car all the time. I get my nails done once a month. I get my toes done too, but not at the same time. I'm not a billionaire. Okay, I can spread that out. It's money. Okay, I know. Full coverage on my vehicle, not just liability. When me and my family go to a restaurant, we all can order sodas and at least 1 appetizer, sometimes 2. Only fine dining over here. I got my own Netflix, Disney, Prime, all of the stuff. Okay, I am a victim of DoorDash. Okay, I don't have the money for it all the time, but I do have the money for it. And honestly, I'd be a lot more rich if I didn't order from there so often. These are just a few examples of some rich lifestyle things that I do myself. I'm sure y'all got some too, because believe it or not, a lot of us are out here living rich, whether you believe it or not.
A country song that actually sounds different than every other country song.
No,
Why would this actually be a country banger?
Can someone please explain to me why women insist on playing sports designed for men and then become outraged when no one wants to watch them clumsily play? I think we can all agree women need a sport that leverages
There is a sport.
Or instead of using a ball, they use a grudge, since that's what women like to hold on to. Teams should be uneven. It should be one attractive girl against 6 frumpy, bitter, older women. When a player gets scored on, she can wait up to 46 games, claim it was not consensual, and then have the other player kicked out of the league. If a player doesn't get drafted out of college, she can claim that the other teams are threatened by her because she's too strong and independent. And finally, when a player signs a max contract, she can give up, gain a lot of weight, and just play in sweatpants for the league. Just kidding. Women don't want a sport where they can inspire others and strive for excellence. What truly brings them happiness is destroying something that men have worked hard to establish. You know, like basketball, soccer, or a country. Like this.
Is anyone else except having a really rough day? I just wanted to share the Cheesecake Factory website now has pictures of all of the cheesecake. Sometimes I just like to scroll through it because it makes me feel better. So, just wanted to share that tip.
When your dad's lactose intolerant and had to rush home. Get that torch off the hill, man. Some Clydesdales for that load. Where that Budweiser horse is at? My sister ordered a pack of shirts online.
Like what the pack of shirts?
Wear that unironically. Friends like these, who needs enemies? Ah, yeah, stir it up. Whoa!
Find that one around? That's so dangerous. That shit flips over. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the new trend. People are renting these U-Haul vehicles and just crashing out in them.
Oh, see? Find that one around?
All for $20 a day. What is this madness? Honestly, I blame the guy that parked his truck there. I think it died. You're doing God's work.
My biggest weight loss hack to someone that can't stay at the kitchen. Eat your meal in front of a mirror naked.
That way you can look at 2 snacks, if you know what I mean.
A group of people believed to be teenagers rammed their way through a Ben Helwa's fence 2 weeks ago. Helwa believes a social media trend sparked the bold actions of the vandals.
I have a cousin who did this, and she got in big trouble. Court date, everything.
We found lots of examples of knucklehead teens charging full speed into fences. These youngsters ran into the fence in unison.
That's why my fence is cedar, y'all. You just try to get through it.
Resulting in thousands of dollars in damages.
Practicing for the incoming Amazon drone. All you need is a minigun mounted to your porch. Alright, ladies. I don't think this had the effect you thought it would.
The road takes you.
Okay. She's a keeper. If she's an Amazonian, then I'm a strong, independent black woman.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
The lifeguard person who just launched into the abyss.
It's gotta be AI, right? Ooh, what y'all know about the geometric please. Giving her a taste of her own medicine. How dare you use my own spell against me? What is going on? You know what? AI. Oh, it hasn't even dropped yet. Teaching all the kids on the ground some new cuss words.
So, if he tried to cross his eyes intentionally, would they straighten up? I'm not sure there's anything in this world that can straighten out these bad boys. Here's how it goes. I'm looking at you right through this eye, you know what I mean? This eye's off something. Now I'm like, hey, this eye, let's get you involved. Then that eye says, I'm taking a bite. Just don't get involved.
Pack my husband's lunch with me. Some bee stick with rosemary. Oh. Ah. Okay. Decent cook on it. Little over. In American English, this is what we call a keeper.
Rusty. Slushy when I was gone. Drinking slushy when I was gone. Let me see your tongue. Open your mouth. Rusty. Rusty. See your tongue.
Shaquille O'Seal. I might not be the best husband, but at least I don't go to Coldplay concerts. Too soon? Checking in on my wife after forgetting the dipping sauces she wanted with the dinner I picked up last night.
You doing okay today?
Why are you talking to me?
Okay.
Uh-oh, I'm drinking matcha. I would hate for a book girl to come tickle me. No, don't tickle me.
Ain't it fun?
Look, bro, if you were Brad Pitt, this would be cute and funny, but you're not Brad Pitt.
Where does your W salary stack up against your deals with State Farm, Gatorade, Nike?
It's a good question. Honestly, I feel like that's where we're really fortunate is that we have those other deals. And I think that's one of the things that we're in the room fighting for, like she said, is...
If you're good at your sport, which Caitlin Clark is clearly the best player in the WNBA right now, yeah, you can get some brand endorsements. You can make some money outside of the league. It doesn't mean every bottom of the barrel player is going to get a Nike contract. That's not equality. The best players get the best endorsements, get the best contracts, exactly how it is in the NBA. Top 3 places to visit if you have no money. You, man. I thought he was going to say your bed, your bathroom, and your couch in your living room. My wife, anytime I get a moment to rest.
Oh, look who gets a little rest time on the couch.
Yeah.
The rest of us.
Yeah, I just
Every damn time.
Still taking care of business here.
needed to take a little break.
You don't have nothing to do for a little bit? Or...
Well, I just got home from work, so I'm just taking 10 minutes to myself. So.
Yep. Must be nice to get 10 minutes. Mom all day.
You're watching Casterwood's Public Access Television on channels 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Hey there, folks. Over the beat.
Mom all day. What have you been doing all day that makes you so tired?
I'm working.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a long day, so.
Yeah, most days you work, so I don't know. Is there something different about today that would make you more tired than other days?
Yeah.
This is scary accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a long day, honey. So.
You don't want to talk to me? Just say it. That's alright. I'm just trying to ask how your day is. That's it. I need you to help with the sheets really quick. I need to do the bed, and we need to turn it, and then we need to get all the sheets off, and then the new sheets on.
Do we really need to do the bed right now?
We clearly don't have anything else to do right now, so now would be a good time to do the bed instead of tonight when we both want to go to bed. You want to rest now or you want to rest tonight? I guess that's... Because I want to go no matter what. I just want to know what you want.
What are we looking at here? Okay. You can laugh because she's making fun of herself, okay? Southern 50 Shades of Grey camo.
I walked into his double wide, my heart racing like a possum in a $100 parking lot. The air pump smelled like Axe body spray and Marlboro Reds. Standing there shirtless, glistening. His jeans were bulging like he was trying to smuggle a family of raccoons in. Tied up with extension cords. Licking a hot Cheeto off his thumb. I gulped. Only once, when Cougar got me to hog tie myself to the clothesline during a thunderstorm. He moved closer, breathing heavy like a man what just chased a pig through 3 holes. Don't make love, darling. He growls. I wrestle, emotionally and physically. And sometimes I cry afterwards. My knees go weak, like clabbered milk at a church potluck. He pulls out a tackle box. This here's my play kit, he says, popping it open to reveal duct tape, ratchet straps, and a bottle of peach schnapps. It works, NASCAR.
What video made you laugh? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's funny.
See me?
That's funny.
His toll on me sucks. We're making that much money on the show. We were broke. Before it became a worldwide phenomenon, the mighty one mental, low budget kid show that makes footage from a Japanese series.
I really dropped it out of high school to take the job.
Austin St. John, played Jason the Red Ranger, was a week away from his 18th birthday when he signed on.
Shouldn't I have, like, my mom or dad here or an agent? And they looked at me and they're like, there are about 300 other people outside that door who signed it. I was like, okay. And they just told me, can you go stay there a week?
Pretty sure that's illegal. The rest of the cast were slightly older and dealt with the same bullshit.
We were told, hey, so you can take this contract to show it to your lawyers or to your agent. But first person comes back and wants to change anything, we're going to fire you.
Well, the contracts were shit. Being a lead in a television series for 40 episodes is a big
This mom swapped babies with her friend to see if her husband would notice. And it's hilarious.
Yeah. You say hi? Say hi. Sweet girl. You say hi. Hello. Say hi. Hi. Hello. I'll see.
Oof. I need to poop. Okay, I think I'm going to end the stream for the night. I will be back on tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.